major break in that murder case of 4 University of Idaho students. Authorities arrested 28-year-old Brian Christopher Kohberger at his parents' home in Pennsylvania. He's now facing 4 counts of first-degree murder. And we still don't know the motive in the killings of the college students, which sent shockwaves across the country. CBS's Danya Bacchus starts us off tonight from Idaho. Still a lot of questions. Good evening, Danya.
Good evening, Jerika. There are still a lot of questions, and Idaho law limits what investigators can say at this point. But during a news conference late today, they revealed they do not have the murder weapon. They say they have recovered a white Hyundai Elantra that appears to be critical to the case.
What I can tell you is we have an individual in custody who committed these horrible crimes.
After 19,000 tips in a quadruple murder case that drew nationwide attention,
last night, detectives arrested 28-year-old Brian Christopher Kohberger.
Kohberger was arrested at his parents' Pennsylvania home. The 28-year-old is a Ph.D. criminology student at Washington State University, just a 10-minute drive to the Idaho campus. Kohberger is being held without bail and will spend the weekend in Pennsylvania. His extradition back to Idaho expected next week. The arrest caps nearly 7 weeks of fear and frustration for families of the 4 murdered students.
This is the first bit of joy that we've had in close to 7 weeks. We hope that they picked the right guy, and that gives us hope, and we haven't had hope for a long time.
Kaylee Gonzalez, Madison Mogen, Zaina Carnodal, and Ethan Chapin all stabbed multiple times as they slept inside this house near the campus. Despite surveillance video showing the victims in the hours before they were murdered, and despite thousands of tips pouring into the Moscow Police Department, there appeared, at least publicly, to be little movement on the case. No suspects, no arrest. As the grief mounted and many students left campus.
No arrest will ever bring back these young students. However, we do believe justice will be found through the criminal process.
The district attorney who will eventually prosecute the suspect says an arrest does not mean an end to the investigation. They are still searching for tips from anyone who knows the suspect, and we should know more after the extradition hearing Tuesday in Pennsylvania. Jerika?
Danya Bacchus tonight in Idaho. Thank you.